to my channel. Today we have an exciting video with BECCA Cosmetics in Southampton. We're going to be doing a complete makeover from start to finish. I have grown to literally absolutely love the makeup, and it covers up what I have is really, really bad skin. So yeah, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Kim. I'm the counter manager for BECCA in John Lewis, Southampton.
So what kind of look are we going to go for today?
We are going to go for our full coverage. We're using the Ultimate Coverage Foundation, which is 24 hours wear, so all day. You've got your oil free, so it's going to absorb any of the excess oils, but just keep the foundation on there for longer.
Which is great for long wearing.
Definitely. And then we're going to use the new Hydra Mist, which has got that nice bronzy tone, so it's 50% water, so it's going to give you that burst of hydration as well. And we're also going to use the lovely brand new Skin Love range, so we've got a new blur and brightening primer, and also the nice Hydra Mist, the Skin Love Mist as well.
Sounds good.
So we are going to go in and use the Skin Love Glow Elixir.
So there's nothing on my face at the moment, no primer, no foundation, no nothing. We're going from complete no makeup to full glam.
Full, definitely. So I'm just going to push that into the skin all over, and that's going to help to penetrate it down into the skin that little bit deeper, rather than just sitting on top of the surface. And you put your lovely cucumber, your avocado in there, and it's a great antioxidant that you just need to use once a day. You could use it as a serum or as a general skin boost.
I absolutely love this product. It smells incredible as well.
It's like a smoothie for the skin, and you can also just bring it down the neck as well. How does that smell? Yeah?
Feels so good.
So now we're just going to refresh the skin as well using the lovely Skin Love Mist. So if you close your eyes for me, you've got your vitamin E in here as well. So we're literally just going to go and do it across the face. How does that feel? So
oh, it smells
like
just as
mist
good.
as well.
It smells amazing. I love it because it smells really healthy and really good for you, whereas like some products you can put on your face that smell quite chemically and not.
Yeah.
Even the ones that say they're fruity and natural and that kind of stuff,
Definitely.
they do have more of like a chemically after flavour or whatever you call it, but no, I absolutely love those.
And it's literally feeling and that smoothie smell as well.
Yes.
So now we're going to go on top with the Skin Love Brightening and Blurring Primer. This one's new, so this has got your hyaluronic acid in there as well.
Well, that's a big thing at the moment as well,
It is
isn't it?
massive. And we're also, and it's got that nice kind of mango like butter texture to it as well. Super hydrating as well.
And the these are good for summer as well because they're quite light, even though they're really moisturising.
Do that all over. I'm not going too close to the eye because we're going to use our under eye primer in a second. Just bring it down the neck and round. Super lightweight on the skin, and it will keep the foundation on there for even longer.
I love that. I love that because some people say there's kind of no point in primer and that kind of stuff, but when you build it up and you pop the foundation on top, and
you can definitely see the difference.
Yeah, definitely. Because I find that when I don't wear primer, the foundation kind of just slides off my face because there's nothing holding it on there.
No. So now we're going to go for the under eye primer. So I'm just going to take a little bit out using a Q-tip.
I love this one.
When you're at home, you can just swirl it in and then pat it on. Definitely one of my favourites, and if you feel tired throughout the day you can just pop it on to help to hydrate it again. So I'm literally just going to smooth it out on the back of my hand using my ring finger, and then I'm just going to pat it on. So this helps to keep anything underneath the eye nice and smooth, super hydrated, and you've got the caffeine in there as well. And just go on the under eye, on the bone, and then just smooth out and drain. And I'm going to do the other side.
Good for me because I'm always tired.
And if you feel tired throughout the day or just need that general fresh up, just pat it back on.
So can you pop it on top of foundation or is that underneath?
No, so it's an underneath primer, but you can also use it on top of your makeup if you just need that general just boost to the skin. Now we are going to do a little bit of the foundation. So this is the Ultimate Coverage Foundation and we're using Driftwood today.
And this stuff is amazing. I absolutely love it. It took me months and months to find a foundation that I really, really liked as soon as I came to the counter. And I think, because it was you and another girl that I met as well, wasn't it? And I literally, as soon as you put it on my face, I was like, oh, this is it.
And the difference is amazing. So we're going to do one pump and we're going to use our BECCA angled brush.
So I'm just going to give you a quick close-up of my skin. So I have quite bad skin, it's quite marked, there's quite a lot of scars, everything like that. And this, being a full coverage foundation, just really manages to cover literally all of it up, which I didn't think was possible, so.
Brilliant. And we're going to do one side so we can see that like nice before and after as well. So I'm just going to spread it out on the back of my hand. I'm starting from like the nose and bringing it out. And again, we're not going to go too close to the under eyes because we're going to use our corrector in a bit. And our brush is synthetic, which is amazing.
So what's the difference between synthetic and not synthetic brushes?
So the other ones that you tend to get is real hair ones, which is normally when the animal hair's being dropped or something like this, like that, sorry. And then this one is synthetic, so it's kind of like man-made.
And how does it make a difference to sort of how the foundation goes on? Is there a better one to use for certain foundations, or does it just, is it based on personal preference?
I would say definitely personal preference. Some people use a beauty blender, but most people will tend to use a brush nowadays.
I have no idea how to use a beauty blender.
No, nor do I.
Every time I try and use them, I just pat my face and nothing happens, and I just,
But even when we finish, I would literally just go on top and gently just push it in like you would a beauty blender, but you don't get any stroke marks or anything like that with the brushes either. We are going to use our brightening corrector. This is the light to medium. We also do medium to deep. So this is 8 hours in a jar basically. It's going to help to brighten. It's got that technology where it's going to bounce back and give you that natural awake look.
It's basically a whole work day for most people.
And again, this, even though it's under eye, I personally do like it on top of my foundation as well as underneath, just by patting it on that little bit more.
I like how a lot of the products can be done using your fingers and working it in, because a lot of the time that helps it sort of skin to skin.
Especially the warmth from your fingertip as well. So tiny bit on the back of the hand. And again, using the finger, I'm just going to come underneath. Great for pigmentation. Great for around the eyes or any redness that you just want to brighten up. Great for underneath the brow, just the lift. In that corner, it's going to bounce back and open up the whole eye area.
And especially probably for people that have maybe smaller eyes and just want to bring them out.
So have a look at that. You can see the difference as well.
Yeah, it just looks more smooth. It definitely does.
And again, I'm going to put a little bit on top of the eye, just because it gives you that nice layer that's going to brighten up for when we do any eyeshadow. And don't forget, we've not put any foundation or anything on top as of yet.
And I suppose people would say that maybe this look that we're doing today is quite a big look. It probably takes quite long and you don't always have that much time in the morning, but it doesn't mean that you have to use every single product all the time.
No, definitely not. So you can do it to your needs, and you can still wear the same foundation day-to-day basis as well and get that a little bit less or more coverage as well.
Yeah.
Happy with that around the eyes?
Happy with that.
Perfect. And it's slightly tacky, but it's still very lightweight.
I honestly can't feel that anything's on my face, and we've done 3 layers now, maybe?
Yeah, we've done the elixir, we've done the mist, we've done the primer, foundation, under eye primer.
And it really doesn't feel any different. Smooth and beautiful.
And again, less is more. I've still got so much on the back of my hand as well.
Yeah.
With the jar, I personally would just do a little bit, rub it in and then pat it on, so you don't need to scoop out each time.
And how long do those last really? If you're using it every day, how long is kind of...
I've had mine since the middle of October and it's still like halfway, so less
It's now
is more.
April?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So yeah, less is more. I
Yeah.
thought I use whatever's left in the back of my hand down my face, so I don't like to waste anything, but yeah,
Love that.
all day. How's it looking? Yeah?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It's just such a good base, and I prefer it to be a little more glowy rather than completely matte, because it does look more natural and it does look more kind of, it's like that beachy waves, like looking like you've just got up, but for your face instead.
Definitely, and obviously we're an Australian brand, so we like to give you that nice beach feel as well to your skin.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to try BECCA Cosmetics in an Australian accent, but I thought it was valid.
Let's go in. So we are going to go in with the Aqua Luminous concealer in beige. Super hydrating and super dewy as well, and perfect for around the eyes because it's very lightweight as well.
And a concealer is probably one of my favourite steps because it brings everything together that you've already done. So it kind of is that like sealant at the end of it, and it just sort of goes, and it's a nice sheet.
Just finish it there. Yes. So we're going to put some around the eyes.
I use it mainly on kind of any dark spots, any sort of discoloration. Obviously from the acne, it's kind of left scars and things around my cheeks. My skin scars quite badly. So yeah, I just mainly under the eyes, but then also in the little bits that need it.
To be fair, the foundation has covered everything. It's just more around the eyes that we not use any foundation, that we just need that little bit more.
Yeah. I think if I lived in Australia, my colour might be slightly darker.
Yeah. So again, less is more with the concealer, and of course using the ring finger just to kind of pat it on.
This is like a masterclass for me as well, because me getting into the brand and getting to know BECCA and sort of finding the products that I really, really like and want to use on a daily basis. This is kind of like a masterclass for me to then take home and know how to use them.
Great. And of course we do masterclasses every so often as well, which is great.
Yeah, which is amazing, especially if people like me don't really know much about the products or the brand. It's kind of like a great introduction, because you can think, oh yeah, okay, that will fit into my daily routine, or maybe that one slightly wouldn't, and just kind of find your feet with it as well.
Definitely. It's looking good. Okay, so let's use the under eye and setting products. So we're going to use the under eye brightening setting powder. Just going to put some around the eyes, and that will help to seal it in and absorb any of the excess oils, but keep everything else on for longer. So this time I am going to use a brush.
How do you kind of, I think you kind of have to sometimes, because otherwise it just goes everywhere and it makes a huge mess.
Definitely. So I'm just going to put some on into the lid, so tapping a little bit in. So it's white, but it is very translucent, but it's going to help to brighten up around as well. I'm just going to use a eye but a fluffy brush, just swelling it in, pat off any excess, and then just patting it into the eye area. And it's super fine, so it's perfect for around the eyes as well. And you would only need it around the eyes because we're going to use the Hydra Mist and of course our Skin Love Mist just to set as well. And again, we can do a little bit on the top. But you can see that nice brightening glow, but without being too much.
Love a glow. I feel like a lot of BECCA products are all about the glow as well.
Oh,
so the glow from the skincare, the glow from the foundation, the glow from even the powders. There's just sort of a glow in everything.
Yeah, that's what we're about. We've got obviously our counter, which is called Glow Bar, and that's one of the first found in the world as well, which is amazing. But yeah, we're just about putting that natural glow, that natural enhancement in.
I think there was a focus kind of a few years ago maybe on sort of thick and heavy makeup, and it's now gone completely the other way.
Completely. Yeah, the more coverage the better, wasn't it?
Yeah, and now it's kind of full coverage but with that glow and with a bit more natural and showing slight imperfections, and that kind of, it's kind of gone the more glowy natural look rather than the matte sort of stuck on look.
Definitely. So now we're going to use the lovely Hydra Mist. This is our new bronze one, so it's just going to give you that extra bit of glowing.
I love this powder. You know how much I love this powder, it's crazy.
And you've got your 50% water in there, so it's going to give you that burst of hydration as well. I really like it just to warm up, maybe like we obviously haven't done any bronzer yet, so we can do it a little bit more concentrating underneath the cheekbones, or you can literally just dust a little bit on all over.
It's so good. I remember, is this when you first put it on my face, I was like, oh!
Yeah, it's amazing.
I know. So this comes in the translucent one as well?
Yeah, so translucent, which is our original, is what we're known for, and then this one they've just brought out very recently with a bit of colour. So we're just going to swirl it into the lid, tap it off, and then I'm just going to dab it on. You can feel that nice bit of damp.
Yes.
So it's like a water spray, but in a powder form.
And the weirdest thing is that it feels kind of cold and damp when you put it on, and then just dries kind of immediately, but it gives you that sort of Hydra boost that you're...
Definitely.
Definitely.
And you could use this throughout the day, so even if you wanted a bronze one just first thing in the morning, you can, and then you could use the original one throughout the day if you didn't want any more
just
extra
top it
colour.
up. Who doesn't want extra colour?
Of course, we're avoiding the eye area because we've just used the translucent under eye setting product.
I love that because it just finishes it off and it gives it that slight bit of matte, but also you've still got the glow in it as well.
Of course, definitely. We are going to use the Sunlight Bronzer in Capra Coats. So I'm going to use the same brush as the foundation. I've just cleaned off any of the excess. So just dabbing it on either side, tapping off any excess, and we're literally going to do a figure of 3. So across the forehead, underneath the cheekbones, and then along the jawline.
I love that because it gives some like definition as well, and that's something that I really struggle with, is like knowing where to put the product to give it what definition.
And is this where you would normally wear your bronzer?
Yeah.
And a little bit down the neck because we've got a nice vest top on, and then we can just go back and just dab a little bit more underneath the cheekbones to give that natural lift. And it wouldn't be a BECCA product without that nice natural glow within the product.
I love that. They all look like highlighters.
I know. And then again, I'm just going to clean off the excess with the tissue, and we're going to go in with the lovely highlighters. And where would you normally put your highlighter to?
I normally mainly concentrate it here, down the middle of my nose, and then just above my top lip to lift that as well.
Yeah.
That's one of the sort of main things I've concentrated on learning how to do, is where to put my highlight, because I got a glow.
So we are using our pressed highlighters. These are super creamy, super smooth, and super lightweight as well, and you've got that nice natural crushed pearl in there as well. I'm going to use the same brush, just dab it off either side, and then we're just going to do above the cheekbones. So we're using our lovely opal colour, a little bit along the nose, and then the other side.
So this is kind of more of a sort of glam everyday look, but if you're really going glam,
you can. Oh, definitely. Whatever you prefer. Mix it in with your bronzer if you wanted to. We obviously do a liquid version, so you can change that and mix that in with your foundation as well to give you that extra glow.
It's kind of endless possibilities with the highlighter.
So many, definitely.
And then you turn into a unicorn.
Have a look at that lovely opal. You can see
I
that
love
nice
that
sheen
colour
as well.
And it's such a natural colour, because sometimes you get a really kind of white highlighter that really shows up. But this is like a nice, natural, sort of same kind of colour as my face as well.
Yeah,
so
that natural enhancement, and obviously it's a very universal colour as well, so anybody can use it. Put some on the eyes in a second as well, and multi-use the product. So we've got 2 different blushes, so we're going to mix like 2 together. So we've got that nice nudie tone in Wild Honey, and then we've got the Flower Child in there as well.
And I think blush is something that a lot of people are scared of. It's kind of something I'm a little bit scared of sometimes. I've started to use it more recently.
Yes.
But sometimes you can kind of look at it and think, oh my god, I don't want huge pink cheeks.
No, definitely not. So the bronzer's giving you that natural warmth, that natural enhancement, and then the blushes are going to give you that pop of colour in the skin just to warm it up that little bit more. And we're literally going to smile, and then we're going to do it on the apples of the cheek and then just blend it up slightly to where our highlighter is. So just going to do a little bit of two, and then just on the end, and then just smile, and we're just going to dab that on, and then just bring it up slowly. And it's nice because you've got that natural kind of little bit left of the highlighter in there without being too much. Such a beautiful colour, and I've gone a little bit more for the pinky tone just because we've got that nice pink vibe going on today.
Love that, the BECCA pink. I love the way we turned up in the same outfit.
Exactly.
We didn't even plan it. And I love how much of the product comes off as well.
Yeah.
When you literally just tap it and...
You've got so much, it's always just good to tap off any of the excess as well. But of course, like less is more with any of our products.
It just means they last a bit longer.
They sure do.
I mean, I think I even have a sample of one of the primers, and that's lasted like a month.
And that was only the miniature one
Yeah,
that you got,
I know.
definitely. Such a beautiful colour, and we've literally just mixed the two together as well. It's stunning.
I love that, I love that. It just makes you look a bit more awake as well, because I don't think many people naturally have sort of rosy flushed cheeks every day.
No, definitely
so
not. Just gives you that bit of something. So let's go on and do a bit of the eyeshadows. Again, we've got the nice kind of like eyeshadow rouge. We also do this in a nude palette as well. We are going to use the nice rouge palettes. We're going to use 1, 2, 3 and maybe a little bit of 4 just to smoke it out a little bit. So we're going to start off with number 1. These are naturally infused with a eyelid primer so they won't crease. And I'm just going to pop this first number 1 colour all over.
eyeshadow is always the thing I struggle with because I just never know where to put it.
There's just so many colours and different possibilities that you can do as well.
And it's having the time and the confidence to kind of experiment with
And
it.
play around, definitely. So we're literally just going to use this base. It's just a natural kind of like creamy tone. And then I'm going to use the same brush and use number 2, which is the slightly more pinkier tone. I'm just going to pat that into the middle, not going too close to the inner or the outer side of the eye. Brush is always key doing eyeshadow. A good fluffy brush makes all the difference. And then a nice kind of flat one, which is nice and small.
So that's kind of for the more detail, isn't it?
Yeah. Such a pretty tone.
And this is good for kind of like a day look, so day shopping, because it's not too heavy, it's still quite glowing.
Yeah, definitely. And then we're just going to use number 3, which we're just going to buff out that little bit more on the outer.
It's like a really easy to use palette because you've literally got steps 1 to 4.
Yeah. And we can also use them wet and dry, so you can also use the nice mist just to dampen it that a little bit more. And if you feel like you need to go back and just correct and tidy up, we're going to use that with our First Light primer and just a Q-tip that you can just get in and tidy up.
It's always good to kind of have that backup, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. This is just the brush that we used earlier on with the under eye setting, which is just going to soften it that a little bit more. And then I'm going to go back using the opal highlighter and then just pop a little bit just softly all over just to give you that nice glow as well. But without being too much. And there's nothing wrong if you're just having like a natural day, you can also use the highlighter just all over it to give it that nice bit of base.
Multi-purpose.
Definitely. To finish on the brows, we are going to use the Ever Matte Primer, which I'm just going to use a mascara wand on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to stroke it through. So this just gives you that nice hair stroke kind of look within the brows.
I don't really have any brows either, so you have kind of free reign of what to do.
Just gives it that nice base, and then I'm going to pop a bit of the eyeshadow on top just so we can see. But it's great just to set, or you can wear it by itself as well. And then with an angled brush, I'm just going to use a little bit of our nude palette just to go on top of the eyes, so on the brows.
And everyone has kind of a different routine for their brows as well, don't they?
They do. Some people like them quite full, some people like them quite natural. We are going to go for a nice kind of like BECCA brow today.
Classic.
And of course, this is an eyeshadow, but we are multi-using, and you can always use these again damp with a bit of for your eyeliner.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really
Yeah,
good.
just stroke it on, and obviously you can dampen it down with the mist as well. It's just that bit of something, but without being too much. We don't do any mascara, but we're just going to pop some on using one of our sister brands. So if you look down for me, I'm just going to go along the lashes. Do you do your bottom mascara as well?
I do.
Alright,
There we go.
perfect. Love it.
I always do it. I'm like looking the other way as to where you're doing it.
And then look down for me. Yeah, look up. And as we can see, we've got a little bit of mascara here. So, amazing little tip for you. Get your first light primer. Just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand.
Love that primer.
It's definitely one of your favourites.
I know. I'm literally obsessed with it.
And we're just going to get a little Q-tip, and we are just going to take off that little bit of mascara that fell down. And this will take it off without having to take off the whole foundation look around the eyes. Perfect. Good little tip.
Those little things are always handy because it's that kind of thing where you panic and you go, oh my god, there's mascara on my face.
Yeah, definitely. Rather than getting the cleanser back out and taking everything off.
Oh god, yeah. I've done that with eyeliner so many times, and you kind of get the Q-tip and you're like,
So now we're going to go onto the lips. I'm going to use the Glow Elixir again, and we're just going to help to kind of give the boost to the lips before we put any lip liner and lipstick on.
I'm going to try my hardest not to eat it because it just...
And this can also take off any foundation or anything that's on the lips, but as you can see, it's just given that nice boost. It smells so yummy.
I know it does. I'm going to go and buy like a fruit smoothie.
And even just by it itself, you can see that you can make it a little bit more natural looking as well. So we are going for the lip liner in Weekend. This is our new lip liner range that we launched back in January. So you've got a smudger and sharpener just on the end. We've already prepared. So we're gonna just do the outline of the lips coming underneath first, and then slightly bringing it round, and then just coming up. And we can always go back and just smudge and blend in.
It's such a good day colour as well because it's kind of just dark enough to know that you have a nice lipstick on, but it's also light enough to not look so bold if you're not really feeling the massive colour.
Oh, definitely. And if you want to go slightly heavier with it, you still can do as well. We're going to go in with our lipstick glove in the burgundy, which is got your hyaluronic acid as well in it, and it's 8 hours wear, so it is all day wear as well.
I love it, you just have to touch your makeup.
And these we do in like a neutral tone, a cool tone, a warm tone, so you can get your perfect kind of nude tone in there as well.
And everyone has a different perfect nude.
Oh, definitely. Just open all one. Perfect. To make sure we've got that nice blend as well. And again, if you need to take off anything, we have the First Light primer just to tidy up as well.
I love that little trick.
Perfect. Have a look at your beautiful lip colour. I love this colour on you.
Oh, I love this colour so
Beautiful.
much. I really do love it. And it just really goes with my skin tone as well. I absolutely love it.
And it just complements everything together.
I love it. I love it.
Perfect. And then what we're going to do is just finish off and set with the Skin Love Mist. So if you close your eyes for me. Beautiful.
It feels like holiday.
Holiday in a bottle.
It is.
Perfect.
Cool.
Here you have it. We have the nice kind of service that we've done. So enhance what you love. Looks beautiful. You've got that natural glow with the highlighter pop in there. Lip colour is on point as well. It's beautiful.
I love it.
It's just lovely, and you can really get that multi-use. We obviously do services, so we've done that one-to-one today, but you can always come in and have that one-to-one with us as well.
And I love how friendly it is when you come in and kind of ask for a shade and ask to try the foundation.
Oh, of course.
That kind of stuff. Even when I came to grab you today, you were helping someone out finding their shade and letting them do it themselves and that kind of stuff. So
that's what we're here.
Yeah, definitely.
Friends for your BFF.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Best kind of BFF possible.
Definitely.
So thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful. It's definitely been helpful for me, learning how to use some of the new products and the other ones, and just reinforcing how to do my eyes again.
Yeah.
I will leave all of the links to the products and everything we've used and what shade we've used them in down below, so you can have a look. If you're in Southampton or anywhere near a BECCA counter, 100% go in and check the makeup out. Definitely. Everyone's always really helpful. There will definitely be a product for you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.